Alrighty, race fans, good evening and welcome to yet another week here at Fleeger Farm TV on the pole. We're bringing to you live we're bringing you live the HiMom Lenz Super Dirt Series. These are the late model series. We're currently looking at the 011 of Randall Dixon. He's 111 across your ticker. If I can get the ticker to come up, there it comes. Put that away. We'll bring out the sidebar for the moment. It looks like Pointer, our points leader, as you saw there at the beginning of the broadcast, our points leader for right the moment is Sean Pointer, who ran and won our first race last week. Had to start 12th in the second race. Ended up coming back and pulling out a 6th place finish in that race. So we'll see if he can have a similar night tonight as he is the leader. Driver getting into it there in turn number 1 and 2. That is the 99 or 199 possibly of Trey Smith, and then that's 99 of Billy Roberts, I'm thinking. Got some more names here this evening. It looks like we got Pointer out front with an 1888, 1904 by AG. Bachman has a 1906, Hines with a 1906, Wheeler with a 1908, Morano sitting in 6th right now with a 1910, Roberts with a 1910, and Vitale with a 1910. Sorry for the periodic cough tonight. I'm still getting over a virus I currently have. I don't know exactly what it is, but that would be why I'm not on camera tonight. I don't feel I'm fit enough to be on camera, but I am here to bring you the show to the best of my abilities here this evening. Got about 14 minutes left here in practice. See the likes of Vitale there behind the 110. That's actually the 110 of Kelly Wheeler. He's number 11 on the scoreboard. There's the 32, Anthony Morano. Billy Roberts is in that 99. We saw him get tangled up with the 111 of Randall Dixon. There you see Randall Dixon there on pit road. Clay Christopherson there in the 51 mellow yellow throwback kind of car. Alex Payne in the number 70 machine. Brandon Dixon there in the Brandon McDonald. Brandon McDonald there in the black and gold number 70. 20 of Dylan DeWert. FTM Motorsports, number 20. It's going to do a lot I can do here this evening. 3 wide out there, corner number 1 and 2. Down the back stretch they come. In the corner number 3 and 4. And D-Work gets in the wall here in practice, puts it up on its side. Does he save it? He does. He'll get that thing put back together for the feature race here as we slowly get going here. There you see the 11 of Kelly Wheeler again. Luke Hines. Alright, here we go. Getting ready for an evening of fun and racing here at Knoxville. We're here for Knoxville for another 2 weeks besides tonight. You'll see at the beginning there that we say 3 weeks, but that's because I'm counting tonight's race in that as well. So we have last week's race was week 1. Tonight is week 2. Next week's week 3. And in the final race, week 4, we'll be wrapping this series up. And we'll see who the points leader is at the end of that night. Kenneth AG there in the 67 DNS. Currently running second fastest. Luke Hines, fourth fastest. Sixth fastest right now on the track is that of the likes of Anthony Morano. Michael Vitale, he is 8th fastest. Logan Lenz, that's 10th fastest. Just taking a look back through the field here. Just trying to get everybody a little bit of airtime before we get into the main racing here this evening. I gotta try to see if I can get this settled down here some. Alrighty. Okay. And that should be good for us tonight. All right. So it looks like we're getting ready to start race number 1 here this evening. Bring up back, we're starting grid. We got Luke Hines starting first. This again is random pill draw. No qualifying for this series. We got Brandon McDonald starting third. There we are. There's what the photo I'm wanting. So we have Luke Hines first, Craig Christopherson second, Brandon McDonald third, Brian James starting fourth. In fifth, we got Cody McDonald. In sixth, that'll be starting the likes of Michael Vitale. Brian Orto will be starting in seventh. Logan Wentz in eighth, Anthony Morano in ninth, Billy Roberts 10th, Sean Pointer in 11th, and Terry Smith will be rolling off 12th here in race number 1. A little farther back in 13th, we've got Ashley Ellison. Kelly Wheeler will roll off 14th. Randall Dixon 15th. Travis Poland there in 16th. Dean Reynolds 17th. Alex Payne in 18th. Dylan Dewart will roll off 19th. Kenneth A.G. will roll off in 20th. Samuel Bachman in 21st, and Dan Sider will roll off in 22nd, rounding out your field here tonight. As we get set here to roll, 24 laps to distance, or 25 laps to distance, something like that. We'll see for sure once we get rolling here. Clay Christopherson is your control car in that number 51 machine. To his outside, that is the 60 of Brian James. We'll see how they stack up here as they come to the start. Another lap under caution. Just heard the race controller say one more lap. So they've added a lap here to get everybody ready to roll. Everybody's getting stacked up, eager to roll. Michael Vitale, they're in 4th position. He looks eager. Lights are off on the pace truck. Again, if I get a little sidetracked, I'm sorry. Tonight is not going to be my best night. I am absolutely sorry for that. But hopefully you'll bear with me and enjoy the racing that we have coming to you from Knoxville Speedway here this evening. Get a little strung out there on that outside lane. Lights are back on the pace truck. 22 laps to go. Unsure what the issue is. All right. Trying to go and get my mic settled in here. And it just does not want to cooperate at the moment. So hopefully you guys aren't getting too much background noise. And I have it settled out. As we are down and away here in the corner number turn 1 and 2, out of 3 and 4. This time by going to be Christopherson there in first. Battles heating up back here for 2nd through 5th rather. Vitale working that high side. Here comes the 11 of Kelly Wheeler. Inside row, that's the 028 of Cody McDonald trying to make a run. But look out, they're going 4 wide back here. That is Anthony Morano being caught to the outside, making a good run. Getting into the back, though, of the 028, as he now looks to the outside of the 028, coming through turn 3 and 4. Caution is out on the speedway. That's going to be on Ashley. We'll see what the caution brings out here. That's going to be on the 133. Looks like everybody just checked up. Oh, Billy Roberts getting into it there. Billy Roberts looks like he come down just a little bit and just tags that rear quarter panel. Sends Ashley Allison around. All right. So as we get rolling here, hopefully you guys can hear me still. Alright, and we look to be getting underway here yet again. Up front, it's still Christopherson. Alright, let's see if that'll help some of the background noise there. Quaker Thompson is your leader out front. Brian James there in third. Or I'm sorry, Brian James in second. Patelli's in third. Brian James on the outside. Kelly Wheeler in that black and red number 11 on the outside as well, as they're getting doubled up here for the restart. Pace track is off. Here we go. Green flag is out. They are down and away. Christopherson gets a great job. Vitelli takes over his second spot, coming down in the quarter number 1. 3 wide for a third. Kelly Wheeler there in the middle. 3 wide for the 2 roads there. Got Morano there on the inside. The 71 of Brian Orto. He's trying to get up, make a run through the middle lane. Kelly Wheeler up there to third, fourth. 20 getting into the back of Wheeler. That's the 20 of Sean Pointer. Keep an eye on him as he moves up through the field. He was the quickest in practice. But that 71 is moving right along with him. That's the 71 of Brian Orto. 3 wide action back here. 4 wide action with Morano in the middle. Single filing, stretching it out now on the back. 20 laps to go here in race number 1. Get a little tight back here at the back. Up front's pretty much single file. And Morano to the inside. Getting tied, getting sideways. Saves it. Lost some momentum, but he's rolling once again. Down through corners number 1 and 2. Here Morano comes again on the inside. Getting the hill, pinched down. 3 wide coming across the front. There, caution. Or not. Yeah, caution's out. Alex Payne up on his room. Thought I saw a car go over there on the front stretch. Coming out of the corner. Travis Poland gets into the mess there. But it started with the 67 of Kenneth Agee, Kenneth Agee. Getting up, pushing up into the outside, and unfortunately, the 70 of Alex Payne had nowhere to go and ends up being shoved into that outside wall. Christopherson still out front. Side by side, lights are out on the pace track. We're getting ready to roll yet again. there, down and away. Kristofferson gets a great jump. He gets out to that lead yet again with Vitelli right on his tail. But look out, here comes Sean Pointer. He's now in third, going to the inside, going to try to get around Vitelli. Three-wide battle back here for fourth through six. All battles all over the place. As the 60, Brian James is trying to hold off the likes of the 79 of Dean Reynolds. There's three wide coming out of the corner. Sean Pointer battling side by side with Vitelli. Vitelli trying to hold off Pointer. 13 laps to go here in race number 1 this evening. They'll tag out of the 60 as he comes down off the wall a little bit into the 79. That is the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Battling with Kelly Wheeler now on his back bumper. A little slicey dicey back here at the back, getting a little loose. Hold on to it there. Everybody biting the P's and Q's. 67 once again gets up into somebody coming out of the corner. Puts a second car on its lid. As Dean's going to try to muster his way back to pit road, but I just don't know if that's going to be feasible. As he has a second thought on it as well. So as we watch it here, you'll see coming up the corner, 67 just slides up. We'll see if he gets help sliding up, or getting loose rather. So there you see, coming out of the corner. I don't think he has help. I think he just slides up and takes out yet another driver there on the outside of him. Waving them off one more time. This is going to be a great battle up here at the front as we got Sean Pointer and Kristofferson out front. Nobody's been able to unthrone Sean or unthrone Kristofferson yet, but Sean Pointer's made his way up through the field, up 9 positions, and now is here battling for the lead. Another hard charger is Samuel Bachman here in 5th or 6th position as they keep bouncing around on me. He is up 16 positions. I'm going to call him in 6th because he's on that outside lane, the 3rd car back on the outside lane. So that is 6th position there for Samuel Bachman. Lights are out on the pacetrack. And here they come off a turn forward. They hit the gas, and they are away. Kristofferson gets another great jump. But look out, here comes Pointer in the field at the Vitelli battling to the inside of Pointer. Not able to get it to stick. Down the backstretch you go. Single file at the moment. There goes Pointer down to the bottom. He's looking for the point. A little farther back in the field, though, we're 2-3 wide. As drivers are trying to battle it out here to get these final points in this race number 1. Getting together here on the back stretch. Do they save it? No, they don't. As we see the 007 getting spun around. It's the 007 of Samuel Bachman. And you got another car on its side here at Knoxville this evening. Well, bumping around, sliding. Kenneth A.G. gets on his lid. We're going to get them racked up and stacked up here again. Get set for another restart here at Knoxville in race number 1 for this evening's event. Sorry, the ticker's going a little crazy at the moment, shuffling around, getting everybody ordered out. Looks like we're going single file for this restart. Race officials decide we're going single file for this restart. They are green, down and away they go, down the front stretch here. 20 of Sean Porter looking to the outside. Vitelli hot on his trail. 3 wide though for 3rd and 4th. That's 4th, 5th, 6th, I guess. But Kelly Wheeler down on the bottom. They're battling it out, trying to find these battles here on the racetrack with 9 laps to go here in race number 1. Sean Porter on the outside, trying to chase down the likes of the leader, Clay Christopherson. Getting a decent run off of the corner on the high side. Now he's looking to the inside. Kind of trying to diamond that corner a little bit. Try to see if he can get some of the, that or a cut down line. I'm not sure which. It's hard for me to tell with my vision. Around the outside yet again. He's getting there. He's slowly gaining that momentum. Getting to that front. As back here in the back, we're still 2-3 wide in areas of the race. There's the 17. Of Luke Hines trying to get around the 70 of Alex Payne. Yellow is out. It's going to be on the likes of Dean Reynolds. Oh, the 15 slides up. And Dean ends up in the fence. Billy Roberts gets tagged up in it as well. Sean Porter still got to try to battle it out with the likes of Christopherson. But Christopherson seems to have the short run acceleration off of these restarts. So it's going to be interesting to see as the laps wind down here, as we got 5 laps to go here in race number 1, which of these 2 cars are going to be able to pull it off here in race number 1. Brian James showing face here in the top 5. And rounding out your top 5, that's Cody McDonald. They are greening away. 5 laps to go here in race number 1. Sean Pointer to the outside, way up against that outside retaining wall, trying to get as much momentum as he can down the backstretch. Cody McDonald is under fire from D-Work. D-Work going to the inside, looking to try to go for 2. Does not get 2 spots, but he looks like he's going to try for 1. Coming down the front stretch, does not quite get it, as he's now on the outside yet again. We got battles here for 4th through 6th, as Sean Pointer is still trying to chase down the likes of the leader of Clay Christopherson. Gives Clay a little bit of a nod, saying, I'm here. As he's now looking to the outside. Here we go, coming out of turn number 2. Chris Dobbins is doing all he can to hold off Pointer, but Pointer gets up into that retaining wall a little bit. Coming down the front stretch. Final time around for race number 1. Can Pointer get there, or will Daly have something to say about that second place position? Christopherson, one more corner. Here they come, off of turn number 3, out of 4. Christopherson will be your race 1 winner here this evening. We'll see if we can catch up with him during the warm-up between race number 1 and race number 2 to see if we can get a few words with him, see what he liked about Pointer breathing down his neck there at the end of that race. See if Christopherson shows up for, see if we can get radio contact with him. Just waiting to see if we get Christopherson in here or not. Alright, looks like we got Clay here with us. Good evening, Clay. Good evening, Clay.
I'm doing pretty good.
Pretty good race one there tonight.
Yeah, car felt pretty comfortable. I was running the top, and I knew I was burning them up, and then I saw Sean run the bottom a little bit when he came up next to my door, and I wanted to try it again, so I went down there and probably took his line, but it was comfortable down there and consistent.
Well, I don't. If he wouldn't have taken his line, I think he would have found the line around you.
Yeah, we were fighting over the same one for a little while, and then I heard him on the outside of me, and I'm like, damn, he's going to get me up there, too. He just must have way more tire than me, and I was able to hold him off, and yeah, that was a fun race.
I was wondering if he was going to get you or not.
I heard him multiple times, and yeah, but I'd hear him in the middle, then I'd hear him on the outside, so I didn't know where he was running and getting the speed, so I decided to just stay in the bottom where I'm running consistent laps and still in the lead.
Well, congrats on a race one victory here. Who helped you get this podium finish that you led flag to flag here tonight with the lucky pill draw?
All the guys at FTM, 100%. Swan Speed Shop, fastest modified setups around on iRacing, and just all the guys.
Well, congrats again, and good luck in race number 2 here this evening. Yes,
Thank you.
With the way this league is set up, I've noticed you'll be starting in 12th position, so good luck.
I'll have some work to do.
Well, drivers seem a little bit more antsy tonight, so stay out of trouble.
I will try to. Thank you.
All right, that was Clay Christopherson there in the 51 machine. As we'll get ready here for race number 2 just in a short bit. Alright, these drivers are finishing up some of their warm-ups. We'll get ready to roll here shortly with race number 2, as we're currently in intermission. So make sure you catch a restroom break or fill up that drink to get ready for heat race or feature race number 2 here this evening. Remember that with these drivers, this series, the top 12 finishers of the first race will be inverted as your starting 12 positions this race. So if you finish 12th, you'll be starting first. If you finish first, you'll be starting 12th. Alright, we're ready to get set with our starting grid here this evening for race number 2. Starting in first position, that is going to be Ashley Ellison. In second position, Brandon McDonald. Kelly Wheeler will roll off third. Brian Arto will roll off fourth. Luke Hines in fifth. Alex Payne in sixth. Cody McDonald in seventh. Brian James will roll off 8th. Dylan Dewart will roll off in 9th. Michael Vitale will roll off 10th. In 11th position, that's going to be Sean Pointer. And 12th position goes to Clay Christopherson, our race 1 winner. Alright, in 13th, we got Dan Sider. Randall Dixon will be in 14th. Anthony Morano, 15th. Logan Wentz, 16th. Billy Roberts, 17th. Travis Poland in 18th. Dean Reynolds in 19th. Samuel Bachman in 20th. Kenneth A.G. in 21st. And Terry Smith will round out your field there in 22nd. As these drivers get side by side, get ready for the start here of race number 2. For race night number 2 at Knoxville Speedway here on the Flick FFTV on the pole, bringing you the HiMom's Lenz Super Dirt Series. here we go, coming out of 4. Waiting on that green flag. Green flag is out there our way. Pretty decent start by the field. We get immediately though 3 wide, 4 wide. There's the 17 of Luke Hines as he tries to find a way up through the pack. 71, Brian Orto holding pretty strong there in that 3rd, 4th position. Trying to fight for that 3rd position on the bottom. Ashley Ellison out front in that number 33 machine. Brandon McDonald though in that 01 or 017 on the scoreboard, but but he is the 70 on track. Kelly Wheeler's still fighting Brian for that 3rd, 4th position. As looks like Brian Orto is going to get up in front of him. Little check up there on the outside, getting tight, and the 20 goes around. That's the 020 of Dylan Dewart, collecting the 18 and 60. Along looks like the 213 of Michael Mattelli was also involved. You'll see that they come out of corner number 3. Here on the front stretch, they all kind of bottled up here. And Mattelli takes a wild ride. Alright, here it is, Greenwich. You might want to look away. We're on board with Mattelli coming down into corner number 1. Gets tagged and up and over, and that gyro cam goes to work. Gets a flick back upside up, but I don't think that he's able to drive back to the pits as he went and towed it. Not the start he was wanting out of race number 2. Ashley Ellison, still your race leader out there beside Brandon McDonald. Brian Orto there in 3rd. Kelly Wheeler in 4th. Drivers, I'm doing the best I can, and viewers, I'm doing the best I can with what I got going on here tonight. I'm pushing through Semilna's here to bring you the best action I can from Knoxville this evening with the HiMom Lenz Sim Racing Super Dirt Series here on the Flinger Farm TV on the pole. Lights are out on the pace truck. They'll be set to go green this time by. They're down and away, coming out of 4. Ashley gets a great jump. Coming down in the corner number 1. As the 71 gets sideways, now it's going to stack them up. And we got more cars up in the air. It's going to get started with Brian Orto. Getting a little too sideways and just stacks up the field. And there's just a parking lot demo derby back here after that. Carter's trying to get caught back up to get back up in line. There they come out of turn 4 again. Pace truck is off. They're down and away. Coming down straight down the front stretch here. Getting towards turn number 1. Can we get through quarter number 1 this time by? Everybody looks to get rolling here. Side by side goes Kelly Wheeler. Now there goes the 17 of Brandon McDonald. Wheeler getting sideways. Keeps it straight enough though as we stay green. He's probably going to lap in here. Very tight race, and these drivers seem to be really antsy here tonight compared to last week. Last week I think went a little smoother when it comes to looking at caution flags. Already had a slew of them here this evening with drivers in the wall as we see the 67 getting back into the wall again. That is the 67. Oh, Kenneth A.G. Caution is a back out. Going to be on Alex Payne, the number 70. He gets tagged in the right rear by the 84, I want to say. Brian James, maybe? Oh, Brian James got collected up in it as well. Missing the front nose cone off of that race car now. It's the 84. Okay, Dan Sider. Even though we've had a bunch of caution laps, Christopherson's making some great moves up through the pack here. So is Sean Pointer. Sean Pointer now up here in second position. Sean Pointer is looking to get to that point, and so is Christopherson. Christopherson's trying to find his way back. Morano sitting there in fifth position. Lights are out on the pace truck. Gonna go green this time by. Pace truck pulls off there, down and away. Down in the corner, number 1 to go. Morano looking to the inside of the 17. Kelly Wheeler looks and diving to the inside. Pointer looking to see if he can get a good run off the outside to try to catch up to Ashley. To Ashley's door on the outside now, getting another run. Pointer trying to get to that point, making that outside work. Side by side through corner number 3 and 4, they go. Ashley gets a little sideways. Morano ends up having to take the berm. Pointer to the point. And caution comes out. That's going to be on Billy Roberts. Seeing a lot of cars rolling here tonight. Oh, Sean Porter now on point here in this one. Christopherson up to 5th. Morano back to 6th. Wheeler on the outside there in 4th. I want to thank everybody tuning in to Fleeger Farm TV for another episode of On the Pole as we bring you the HiMom Lenz Sim Racing Super Dirt Series from Knoxville Speedway. We are here for another 2 weeks after tonight to crown the series champ in this one. Lights still on, double foul. Lights are out. Gonna go green, this time out of the corner. Looks like Porter takes the outside. Porter gets a good run, getting the jump. Now he's gonna try to get the run. Here comes Wheeler. Wheeler going to the outside. Morano looking to the outside as well. 3 wide down the backstretch. Hold it together as they squeeze play the 33. Wheeler gets tagged, turned around. And it is a mess behind Morano and everyone. Short tempers are firing in this one. We'll see them go 3 wide here. Wheeler cuts down, chops the nose off of the 33. Sends everybody over and around. The 17 of McDonald getting a little bit of a ride. Morano now up here on point with Christopherson right behind him. Pointer, still our point car in that front position. Sorry for the breaks here. My voice just isn't cooperating here right now, as I'm still battling the illness. Got some sickness going on. We are green flag racing yet again. Morano to the inside. Pointer trying to keep on point. Christopherson looking side by side here as we look back through the field. Three wide in places. 3 wide there definitely for the third, for 4th through 6th. I'm sorry. Gotta be careful you don't play squeeze play too much. Great racing going on. Pointer on point. Morano trying to chase him down there in 2nd. Christopherson here in 3rd. Everybody getting them setups dialed in here this week, as we see some different names up here, like Anthony Morano and Christopherson. Terry Smith in that 199 trying to get up there into the front now, chasing the likes of Christopherson. Dean Reynolds there in 4th, now back to 5th as Terry Smith gets around him. Dean Reynolds out up to 4th. Battle's going on. 15 laps to go here in race number 2 this evening. There comes the likes of the 84, Dan Sider trying to move up through the field. Tight racing back here in the 15th through 18th position. So many battles, look, it's hard to keep track of where to look. Ah, 13 laps to go. Morano in 2nd, Christopherson 3rd, Smith 4th, Reynolds 5th. More drivers following, 3 wide coming through turns 3 and 4. This is 70 Brian Orto. Alright, 71 of Brian Orto. This 84, I'm sorry, the 17 of Luke Hines. And that's the 70 of Alex Payne. Pointer won race number 1 last week. Come back up to 6th position for race number 2. Finished in 3rd position, I believe, in race number 1 tonight, and makes his way up to the point here for race number 2. 9 laps to go. Biggest mover right now is Terry Smith, up 17 positions, as he's now trying to battle for that 4th spot beside Dean Reynolds. I think he went back and did a little bit of work for race number 2 here this evening, as he looks to have that car a little bit more dialed in than what he did in race number 1. Track's getting slick. You can see how dark that center area is. So you're either going to go for the bottom or you go for the top. Or you try to be one of those guys like that number 20 there, Dylan Dewart, and try to drive it through that middle if you got the car for it. Six laps to go. Pointer still out front. Morano in 2nd. Christopherson 3rd. Smith 4th. And Reynolds in 5th. Reynolds now dropping back to 5th. In danger of losing a couple more. But Smith, he's doing a great job out there on the outside. 5 laps to go. Top 3 have not changed. As we're looking at other battles here on the racetrack. 1 lap's winding down. 4 laps to go. Randall Dixon battling with Ellison. Gustafson, they're in third, Morano second, and Pointer out front. But the battles are all back here in the fourth through eighth positions and on back. Terry Smith trying to find that extra ground, that extra grip to get up there to battle Chris Tarpinson for that third place. But Dean's trying to do all he can to battle for that fourth position. 2 laps to go. Final lap here tonight. Sean Pointer out front, Morano there in second. I don't think anybody's going to knock off Pointer here out front this week, as Pointer's going to come around for race number 2 victory here this evening. Your top 5 finishers here this evening. Going to be Sean Pointer in first, Anthony Morano in second. Clay Christopherson comes from 12th up to 3rd. Terry Smith in 4th. Dean Reynolds 5th. Alex Payne there in 6th. Dylan Dewart there in 7th. Brian Ordo in 8th. Luke Hines in 9th. Dan Sider in 10th. Kenneth A.G. finishing 11th. Brandon McDonald there in 12th. Ashley Ellison Jr. 13th. Randall Dixon 14th. Michael Vitale 15th. Kelly Wheeler there in 16th. Brian James 17th. Logan Wentz in 18th. '19th goes to Samuel Bachman. Cody McDonald will take 20th. Billy Roberts finishes 21st. And Travis Poland finishes 22nd. So it's out much farther to do. We'll see if we can get a hold of our top winners here. See if we get our top 3 finishers here into the waiting room for us to find them here on Victory Lane. Well, see if Clay joins us or not. Well, we're going to go from top to bottom here tonight, I think. And we're going to start off with our winner, Sean Pointer. Sean Pointer, can you hear me tonight?
Yeah, I can.
All right. I'm doing the best I can with the voice that I have for this evening. Great run here tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun.
Well, you last week I think you finished first in their first race and ended up 6th in race number 2.
5th or 6th, yeah.
And then tonight you went and had 3rd in the first race and come out winning the second race.
The first one I got 2nd to Clay.
Okay. Oh, that's right. You got 2nd to Clay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I'm getting confused here.
Oh, you're fine.
Just the way the timing and scoring has it all added up, it's odd. Because I know where you started. You started in 12th position, but it's saying that you came up 10 positions.
Yeah, I think I started 11th both races, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. Because Clay started 12th.
Yep.
But he started on pole for race number 1. So you gave him a good fight there in race number 1.
Yeah, I was talking to Clay after the race. I never should have showed him the bottom when we had a caution, and then he started racing the bottom, and I could figure him out in 1 and 2, but I couldn't get around him in 3 and 4, and I bumped him one time, and I didn't want to bump him out of the way. I don't try to race like that, so I just hit the brake and let him correct himself.
Yeah, I thought that was a bump saying, hello, I'm here now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he could see me there or hear me. So yeah, I got a really good run going into 3, and usually you want to keep your momentum if you get a good run, especially on the bottom in 3 and 4. But like I said, I bumped him a little bit, and I didn't want to win that way if I was gonna win. So I just, like I said, let him correct himself and finish out the race.
Well, congrats on winning race number 2. You had a lot of traffic to get around to do it, but you got up there, and congrats.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It was fun. It's fun. Last week was fun too, but when Knoxville gets slick up to the fence and the bottom slowly starts coming in, when the top starts getting fading away, and it produces some pretty good racing.
Oh, they were definitely racing, and you got that top side to work for that week for the lead around Ashley.
Yeah, I knew he was running 1 and 2 on the bottom, so I just had to keep my momentum up top and hopefully get a good enough run coming out of 2 to be able to beat him into 3. And I ended up getting it. So sucks that whatever happened to him, and I think it was Cody McDonald that got wrecked. They were having some pretty good runs too, so it sucks for them.
There were quite a few drivers tonight that were having quite a good runs, and it's just unfortunate. The yellow flag seemed to wear its ugly head tonight more than it did last week.
Yeah, it's pretty tricky once Knoxville gets slick, but I was talking to Anthony while we were waiting, and I told him if you're gonna have the short laps like we are, which is fine, that they should start the track out like they did tonight. I think it came out pretty good. So um, it also teaches a lot of people throttle control and using your brakes and keeping the car straight, keeping your momentum. It's fun.
Oh, dirt track's always fun. So, any sponsors you want to thank for getting you that podium position?
Yeah, I want to thank Team Exiled, Ancient World Gaming. I forgot SimRap Market last week. Can't forget them for doing my paints, and Elite Performance Industries, Sword Dog Cutscene, Design the Void, Bitcoin, or Gcoin, sorry, Gcoin, Bucked Up, and you for putting on this broadcast, and Brian for the league and allowing us to race.
My pleasure for being here.
All right, guys, take care.
You too, Sean, and again, congrats on your victory.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Catching up with our second place driver now, Anthony Morano.
Hey Adam, what's going on, buddy?
How's it going? Great run there tonight. You had some traffic to deal with, but you got it done.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of traffic out there. I was able to get down to the bottom where the track gets slick. I like running the bottom here, pretty much like everywhere else. Only track I like running the top is Lernerville, so if I get to the bottom, I'm usually pretty good with it.
So you were happy that the top kind of slicked off a little quicker tonight than it did last week.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a big help when track gets wide like that. You can move around and there's more lanes to work with. So I mean, track definitely worked in the way we wanted it to for sure.
Well, we definitely saw some 3 wide action here in certain places where some drivers were trying to get that center lane to work through the middle of the slick, but I know from my experience that don't always go too well.
Yeah, a lot of times you try it and it just doesn't work out too well. You get pinch coming out or pinched in the middle, and then next thing you know, it's just a huge mess there, and people end up flying over the bleachers. But it's gonna happen no matter what. You gotta try to pass where you can. So.
Yeah, I think we saw that in the likes here in the second race with Kelly Wheeler come down and gave a chop to Ashley and ended up spinning them around and causing a big parking lot.
Yeah, I saw Kelly going down there, and I just decided at that point to hopefully he didn't shoot back across the track, so I just put my foot to the floor and hope it just missed me or it stayed down low and didn't wipe everybody out on the top. So I don't even know exactly what happened. I didn't watch it yet, but
there was a few parking lots tonight. I know the crews definitely had their work cut out for them putting the cars back together.
Yeah, the good news is I don't actually have to sit here and fix it when I break it, but I try to drive with that mentality that I do. So this way, it makes me think more and a little more cautious. It usually helps out a lot.
Well, who's your sponsors you would like to thank for getting you the top 2 position here tonight?
My teammates at Full Throttle Motorsports, my wife Sherry, GripHacks.com, DJ Sim Shop, Swan Speed, Super Dirt Car Series, HiMom Lenz, Adam, you for doing the broadcast, MDI TV, everybody here at Sim Racing Super Dirt Series, Brian, Dan, Sean, everyone that does the adminning and everything with us, it all comes out pretty good at the end of the night.
I think it did, and I think we got a special guest here in the booth with us also. The likes of Brian James. I understand you're the league owner?
No, actually, Dan started the league. Him and I used to run R Factor together. And then we just jumped over. Oh, actually, DTR. And then we jumped over to R Factor. And I guess I'm second in command, so to speak. I'm a little more hands-on than Dan is, though, mind you. But we all get along, like Anthony said, Greeny and Dan, myself.
That always helps when the admins get along.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's been great racing so far. Unfortunately, though, we did have a few yellow flags here this evening. Look forward to race number 3 next week.
Yeah, we only got 4 races left. We're halfway there. So that's what we've been doing lately. We've been running just one track for 4 weeks, like a track championship series, just something different rather than a different track every week. And then in 3 more weeks, we have our Super Dirt Week event, which will be 150 laps for the 358s. And the following week will be 200 laps for big blocks. And that will be open. Yeah, that one is actually open with 3 other leagues or 4 other leagues in conjunction. Only drivers from those 4 leagues are invited to run. It's not open to the public.
Well, so if you get an invitation to that, you're doing pretty good then.
Yeah, we take entry fees. That's okay. If you want to send us money, we'll take it.
Alrighty, well,
we'll get in, but we'll take it.
Well, it was great talking to you. Great talking with you again, Morano, there for getting your second place victory. I don't see Clay anywhere. I know we spoke to him at the end of race number 1, so I don't know if he's going to jump back in here for race number 2.
No, I see them all over in the other Discord talking about God knows what, so.
Okay. Alrighty, well, we're going to go and forgo Clay's interview then. Since we've already spoken to him once here, we've already heard his sponsors, and he had a great run there coming from 12th up to 3rd.
Yeah, he's a fast dude, too.
Clay's always fast, especially here.
There's a couple fast guys. I knew to keep an eye on Pointer tonight.
Yeah,
Sean's always another one of those guys that's always real fast.
So we're going to sign off here, and everybody's going to have a great night. Catch us next week here for same station, same network, for the HiMom's Lenz Super Dirt Race.